All right, welcome to Original Bacon. This is my first episode of Agent Carter review, and I'm really liking this series. My wife really likes the series, so I'm going to be covering all the episodes as they air, leading up to the return of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the current episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I guess Peggy Carter might have something to do with the Age of Ultron coming up, some of the history, or they're just trying to give some backstory on what happened to her because she was a really famous character from the Captain America the First Avenger movie. And so I'm going to be spoiling the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you haven't watched it yet, all 3 of the current episodes are up on Hulu, and I believe another one's on tonight. So Now is Not the End is the name of this episode. In 1946, Peggy Carter is currently mourning the apparent death of Steve Rogers, and she is returning to America. The female workers are having to find other jobs now that all of the U.S. troops are coming back, and it's a different world for Peggy Carter now. She's living in New York City, and it looks like she is returning to work for the Strategic Science Reserve in New York City. The SSR investigates. They're currently investigating allegations against Howard Stark, who has disappeared for apparently selling weapons to U.S. enemies. Although he says that he is framed, and he approaches Peggy Carter to look into this for him. So she's kind of a double agent in this series so far. Stark secretly reaches out to Agent Carter and asks her to help him clear his name before he leaves. He tells her about his formula for molecule neutraminon that is going to be sold at a club, and that if she needs any help to ask Jarvis, which is his butler, infiltrating the club in disguise of a blonde. Peggy is able to get a hold of the bomb, but in the process she gets attacked by these guys that have their throats cut, and it looks like they worked for either Hydra or the Nazis, and they're trying to get the weapons of mass destruction to probably Hydra. And Carter learns that the formula has been weaponized, and it's in this looks like a little perfume bottle, and it starts glowing when it's ready to ignite, and it's basically glowing the entire episode, which is pretty crazy. Carter shows a neutrino bomb to Stark's Industries scientist Anton Vanko, who deducts that it comes from a rocks and oil refinery. Carter and Stark's butler, Edward Jarvis, investigate the refinery, where they encounter Leet Brannis. Brannis, who works for the Leviathan, escapes with a truck full of the netramino bombs. Before leaving, Brannis drops a weapon that destroys the entire building as Carter and Jarvis are driving, or Carter's running away, and she ends up jumping up on Stark's car as Jarvis is driving, and they drive away, but before they can get away, the bomb gets I guess the gravity of the implosion rips off Stark's his hub. I can't really think of the word. It basically grabs onto his bumper, and it has his license plate on it, and then it's imploded, and the entire building is imploded on itself and is in like a giant metal ball, like Katamari. And so now the SSR have found this, and Stark's bumper with his license plate is in there, and they have to find a way to get rid of the car. And Peggy's getting herself into a bunch of trouble because she's working as a double agent against her own the Strategic Science Reserve. She's like working against them and for them at the same time, but working for Stark. And so if anybody finds out about this, she's going to get in a lot of trouble. I really thought that I was a little bit disappointed when I saw this episode because I thought that Carter was going to be more of a badass, and I thought that she was like the kick-ass take names or don't take names, and that she was gonna be like in charge. I didn't really picture her as the taking orders and doing filing and secretary type work. I didn't see her. I saw her as more of a powerful woman image, and I was a little bit disappointed seeing that she basically goes back to the U.S. and everything that she did and everything she did with Steve Rogers was basically forgotten about. That she was just basically a secretary for the SSR. So we'll find out what happens next. She's eventually going to have to be the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm hoping that she comes back in somehow in the next 3 episodes and becomes a total badass, because so far in the 3 episodes I've watched, she's a really good fighter, and she's really good at keeping secrets and everything, but she doesn't seem like she's the gung-ho character that I thought she was from the series. Thank you for watching Original Bacon. Leave any comments below, and I'm hoping everybody's enjoying this series. Thank you, and have a great day.